That is happening. Man, I am so far behind on everything right now. Didn't even have time to do a video today, so gonna have to figure out Friday's video. But also have a few other things I need to look into. What am I doing? Bear with me. I'm just trying to make sure I am in fact live. Let's see here. Streaming software. View on YouTube. Oh no, what am I doing? Shit. I am, again, so far behind. I'm trying out a new setup, kind of. I mean, not really, but I don't know. I kind of miss being, just my body and camera. It's a lot less variables to have to worry about while filming. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Let me know. Let me know. Sorry, I know we're slow rolling the heck out of this video. I'm just trying to figure out some stuff. Again, usually I have all this stuff set up on my end before I go live. I was just super late today, so I'm making sure it's all posting good. Looks fine. Do you prefer the table? Do you prefer the table, Peter? Sugar Kitty, cheers. Nice to see you as well. Thanks for sending the flight. Today, I'll be getting into a flight from Sugar Kitty. He sent me some stuff. Dear Lord, I got so much cat hair on my mic just from having Oliver in here. Sorry, I realize that's gonna on your guys' end, so I do apologize, but yeah, okay, looks like it's pushing properly. Looks like we have everything set up. Sugar Kitty, you're gonna have to tell me which direction to go because two of these are mystery bottles and they are dark as hell compared to the other two that are literally lighter than anything I've ever seen. And I know one is peated and one I have no idea. Kilhoman. Kilhawkman. Kilhawkman. Yeah, ASMR whiskey. Ooh, man. It's been a while since I've had scotch. I like this stuff. This stuff's not bad. Highland Park Magnus. Man, I might have to get into more scotch. Ugh. Man, oh man, oh man. Gots to get me into some more scotch. Evening, Sparky2416. Nice to see you, man. Sound like ASMR whiskey. You want to do the mystery bottles first. The other two are peated scotch. Okay. Man. Okay. That sounds good. We'll do that. I'm going to enjoy a little bit of this Highland Park Magnus, though. You could tell, like, it's been so long since I've had this. I mean, you can't tell on the camera, but there is a nice little layer of dust on this little shelf on the neck. And the cork itself, oh man, I wish I had autofocus on, but that is all dust. That's so gross. Oliver, Busters. I'm gonna try to get the angry little pissed off RBF face looking cat. I don't know. I had 10 minutes to make the thumbnail this morning before I headed out, so I didn't have a lot of time to get stuff done today. So I just kind of was like, okay, well, we're doing Sugar Kitty samples. So I was like, cats. And then I grabbed Oliver, who was in the same room. I threw him on the table and I took a picture of him. And then I just kind of got him in. Buddy, come on. Come on. You want to come up here? Oh, yeah. Oh, come on, buddy. Oh, yeah. There you go. Just hold you like a little babito. Little baby. I'll hold you here so people can see you. Just hold you like a baby the whole live stream. Hey, kitty. Oh, dude, you're getting hair in my lens. My glassware. It's my cute little kitty. He will be my assistant live streamer today. Highland Park Magnus, one of the Viking porno bottles. Yeah. I mean, it's a nice bottle here, buddy. You could chill. Nope, you want to go right back down? Yeah, I get it. Life is hard. Just a little dust. Yeah. It sure looks like through was the right word. Looks like through. Through. What am I missing? Am I missing something? I probably am missing something, but did I misspell something again? Because I've done that like 4 times since I've been doing this YouTubing thing, and it just shames me every single time because I am so bad at spelling things. So bad. So bad. I mean, not like super bad, but it's not great either. It's not really good, Chief. Not super good at the whole spellings. Oh, yeah. He's never happy about anything, but I also, yeah, you're right. I do kind of pick him up and kind of hold him like a baby, and I know he doesn't really love that, but I love holding him like a baby because I'm a psychopath. I don't know, if I had a small dog that I could do that with, I'd probably do the same thing. Okay. Thank you, Sugar Kitty. Man. See, it's been a long day. Man, I was thirsty as hell. Okay. Time to get down to business. So, today we are drinking some whiskey that Sugar Kitty sent me. So, Sugar Kitty sent me 4 different samples, sent me, excuse me, sent me some peated scotch, and I'm assuming some more peated scotch, which we'll go over at the end of this live stream. And then sent me 2 mystery bottles. 2 mystery bottles. So I'm going to go through them, talk about them. Maybe, Sugar Kitty, do you want me to pour guess these SOBs? I'm very out of practice, but got my handy dandy notebook right here. I could totally make it happen. Totally make me happen. Excuse me. Most cats are too cool to be held like that. Yeah. I mean, wrong too, but right? Jeez, English is hard. But yeah, he doesn't really like it. He's also ragdoll though, so he kind of just lets me do whatever the heck I want to do with him. Like, he is just my little B word. I'm gonna try to keep this monetized. Psychopath human. Yeah, give cats more of them. So the only reason for not telling you the names of the 2 bourbons, excuse me, getting a little sick, so I do apologize. Name on the 2 bourbons was not to have preconceived or preconceptions. Okay, preconceived notions. Yeah, okay. So you want me to go in with like kind of like we'll call it an open mind. Oh man. I think I'm getting a little sick, guys. Getting a wee bit sick. Oh man. This whole live stream is going to be this. It's going to be me just dying. Give your notes and thoughts on them. Okay. I could take that. I mean, like I said, I'm getting sick. So, nose not working very well, but we're going to give her a try. Hanging AZ. Cheers. Nice to see you. Don't have to guess just what you like or don't. Okay. Sugar Kitty, would these be ones I've had before, or are these new ones to me? Let's get into it. Pouring Sample numero uno. You need to drink more whiskey to kick that cold. Hell yeah. It's Wednesday. It's my drinking day. Let's get a boozing. Just not too hard because I have to grade a PT test tomorrow. So yeah. Not getting much off the nose. Some ethanol. Like some floral kind of corny vibes. Again, I'm super congested and I didn't take anything, so this isn't to say anything bad about these whiskeys. There's just I'm not getting much. I'm getting floral notes, some sweetness. You may well have, not sure. The other I can say is going to be no. Okay, so one of them's probably like a crafty type one, and the other one's going to be. Yeah, there's some nutty floralness going in here. Nice sweetness. I mean, I get a lot of ethanol too on the nose. So I can tell it's proofy. It has a nice body. There's nothing weird or funky coming off. I'm just not getting too many good descriptive notes to give you all because again, not feeling the greatest right now. Nose ain't working. Nose ain't working, chief. Maybe, maybe not. Okay. Man, this is nice though. There's a nice cherry in there too. Man. I feel like I could do way better with nosing. Ooh. I like that. It's not super proofy though. And it drinks like 90, maybe 100. Nice cherry. That has like this wilderness trail vibe to it. Yeah. Little proof. Yeah, so it's at least 100. Yeah, I think it's 100. Not trying to psych myself a little higher. Sweet, little nuttiness. It's very, very different to me. Not typical at all. Sample number 1? Oh man, maybe I am super sick. Well, guys, I wish I took some Mucinex. You know the words. Okay, let's open up our mind to this whiskey a little bit more. I don't know. Again, nose just ain't working right now. Again, I apologize. Oh, that went down the wrong way. I like coughed midway through swallowing it. I went down the wrong way. Oh man. That is nutty. It's nutty pain. Oh man. This might be the worst live stream of all time. If you're a new viewer here, thank you for showing up. I do apologize. I don't usually start crying. Oh man. Yeah, so Sugar Kitty, right now I just have like a nutty bourbon. Not very descriptive, but it's in there. Okay. Man, I'm almost out of water and it's 15 minutes in the live stream. Jesus. Okay, let's get down to business. And HP 40 year might be a fail tonight. HP Heritage Park. No, High Proof 40 here might. Yeah. Okay. Oh man. Everything's going down the wrong way. That barely didn't go down the wrong way. Oh man, I'm struggling right now. Yeah. Okay. We're just gonna drink this whole fucking 2-ounce sample. We're getting shit showed. Getting shit faced on this shit show, and I'm gonna try to figure out if I like this whiskey or not. So far, it's okay. Yeah, it's nutty, a little bit of sweetness, a little bit of floral notes. It reminds me so much of a wilderness trail at first, and then kind of goes towards like a Four Roses flavor profile. There's this weird funk that happens about mid palate that I'm not a huge fan of. Again, I'm struggling just drinking. I keep on getting a lot of like indigestion or something. I'm getting burpy. I'm burping a little. Okay. Well, yeah, I'm just saying like what I vibe with. It goes kind of like a nuttier wilderness trail and then kind of goes into like this like florally sweet nutty bourbon. Yeah. Yeah, it hits this like peppery note about like we'll call it half to maybe like 2/3 of the palate. It gets peppery to me, and it kind of it flattens out the whole flavor profile. I don't really care, Sugar Kitty. I'm along for the ride. This is your game. My nose is running. I like this though. I mean, I don't love it. I don't hate it. Again, I'm trying this in a not so squared away mode. Like I could keep burping. This is horrible. I like it. Don't hate it. It's not great. It's not bad. It's just it is adequate. Like this reminds me of if you blended Wilderness Trail with Four Roses small batch. Let's try number 2. Maybe number 2 will like me a little bit better. Number 2 seems darker, but maybe it's just me. Yeah, number 2 is for sure darker. Ooh, this one's more like rye, peppery. It's a little bit brighter, sweeter, but also has this nice, more of like a rye, peppery kick to it. Not sure AG will work tonight, bourbon wise. Yeah, George C. Stagg's it's a heavy one. This has some nice oak to it as well. Cherry. This has an orange note to it as well. It's a little orangey, orange-esque, citrusy. Kind of reminds me of like a peppery version of the newest barrel bourbon because that had a boatload of citrus. This is a more of like a stale peppery side of that flavor profile. Cheers, Bad Axe. Nice to see ya. Oh, what the? No. Uh-uh. What is that, like chapstick on the? It's like vanilla chapstick on the flavor profile. Oh, no, Chief. Oh, number one's much better. Oh, what the shit? Am I supposed to be having this reaction? I thought number one would have been the bad one. This is. No, I'm good. I'm good on that. I like number one better. Number two, it's funky. I like the nose of number two better, but number two's palate, it gets like vanilla chapstick. Like I feel like I'm eating vanilla chapstick. No, I'm good on that, Chief. Oh. Yeah, it's super heavy on like citrus and then has this like weird like nutty vanilla chapstick. I don't like it. I don't know. I don't like number two. If it's a fries English, I'm a bit surprised if you think it's that bad, but oh, it's very, very heavy for sure. Tell me the second one is walnut and for sure heavy oak. Um, I agree walnut. On the nose, I get more oak, but yeah, I guess yeah. Walnuts, yeah, walnuts, oak, and vanilla chapstick. It's not that bad. It just kind of hit me for a loop. I just don't think I was expecting it because now that I'm drinking it, it's not bad. It's not something I would go to though. It's that it's yeah, walnut's a great descriptive for like the nuttiness. Yeah, it's like walnuts and vanilla chapstick. And there's something about that vanilla chapstick thing that just like clicked in my head that makes me like, I'm good. I'm good, fam. It's not that bad though. I also haven't had that much whiskey before that I'm like, it is that bad. I cannot drink this whiskey. So yeah, it's just that's not a whiskey I would gravitate towards, but I could in theory drink it, you know. Yes, I would love to know. Sounds like a rye with a mint take. Dad joke. Walnut bitters. I could see that. Oh, it will just smack you in the face. And yes, the vanilla and bitter is from the barrel oak. Yeah. Yeah. Literally like vanilla chapstick, walnuts, and oak. I don't know. Again, not horrible, horrible, horrible. I've had very few bottles, like the Whistle Pig. I mean, that's the most recent like horrible bottle that I can think of. But that Whistle Pig 6-year-old bourbon, that's like that to me. So the first one, believe it or not, is Jefferson single barrel pick. Okay. What's the proof on this? Because I said like 100, but I feel like that was kind of lowballing it. I mean, going back, liking this a lot more. I'm assuming that's probably a little bit more than I like to pay for said bottle, but I would pay like $50 for that, $60, maybe. I'm sure it was 70 or 80 knowing Jefferson's, and that's why I own 0 Jefferson's products. Yeah, but compared to number 2, number 1's much better. Yeah. It's just I wouldn't say traditional bourbon, but there's no funky weird stuff going on with it. It's not like overly nutty, it's not overly floral, it's not overly citrusy, it's not overly sweet. It's just this is good middle ground flavors. Ooh. Jefferson's. Does Jefferson source or do they distill their own stuff? So it's so weirdly light to me. This is an Irie tan pick. It's 100 proof on the dot because I'm super good at this. Or 100 is just the most common proof that we bottle things at. Then a 90. It's 100 proof on the dot, which is one of the things you wish it was more. Yeah, I kind of wish it was a little bit more. I got it as a giveaway, but I think they're usually 55 or so. Okay, yeah, I would buy this after I tried it. Oh, so that's their own juice. Yeah. I mean, I like it. Again, I'd pay 50 to $60 for it. What's the second one? Because the second one I don't really enjoy. Listen, Olivia, come and get your freaking son. Come in here, get your gosh darn son out of my room. Because I don't know where he is. I had him up here and then he skedaddled away because he was really pissed off at me. Hey, buddy. Oh, Bebito. Oh. You want to sit with me? Here, I'm going to skedaddle back and you could just sit just like that, buddy. But you're going to have to like show off your cute little handsome face. Tell the people your favorite whiskey. No? What a loser. This cat doesn't even like whiskey. But a Jefferson's Pritchard Hill because it was 60 Canadian on clearance. Never opened it. Peter, you got to open it. Yeah, maybe I just know Jefferson's based off of the Jefferson's Ocean, which I know is 100% not worth it. Oh, buddy, you're falling off the table. Ugh. The second is McKenna 10. You're kidding me, right? That's supposed to be a beloved bourbon. Bro. That's like, again, nutty vanilla chapstick. That's horrible. Ooh, buddy. Okay, fine. I'll put you down. Release my shirt. Release my shirt. Oh, there you go, bud. Well, broke some Glencairns. Not really, but almost did. Okay. No, it's not. It's not the orange Tic Tac. It really is not good, though. That is not good at all. That's why I didn't want to say ahead of time about the Jefferson Ocean. Thinks Ocean, and that bottle is nothing like that. Yeah, I've never had the Jefferson's Ocean though. I had a great McKenna single barrel. Never saw another. This one's not good. Sugar Kitty, do you like this? Number 2? I mean, I should reframe that. I do not personally enjoy this one myself. Steven Stash is coming in nice. Yeah, I'm putting in the work. I'm trimming it, making it kind of hoping it grows a little bit more fuller. That's the plan at least. Then yep, McKenna 10, most nutty Heaven Hill I've had in my life, and seriously Oak. Yeah, I don't like that. I'm a huge fan of the Elijah Craigs, but this, no, not at all. I just said orange Tic Tac because Bob is here. Okay, yeah, Bobby, Bobby. Yeah, I gotta. Ooh, I forgot where my. I have a kit of fake mustaches that I was gonna dress up one of my Glens for, so I could steal your brand, but I have somehow misplaced them because I had them in this little container that's in front of me that y'all can't see. And I don't know where I put them. So that's cool. It's like it will. I like it once in a while. I don't mind the oak. And if in the mood, I like the walnut, but then I want like a few sips and done. I get that. I get that. Yeah, even with like say Elijah Craig Barrel Proof, it's just sometimes it's like too much oak. I don't know. There's something nice about the super ultra aged products like 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I think 18 is the furthest I've ever drank out to. But there's something nice about those. But I think by and large, more often than not, I'm kind of flavor profiling around like 6 to 8, maybe 10, but like not usually typically drinking like every single day I'm going to drink 12-year-old whiskey. It's a mood kind of thing. I just buy Evan Williams bib, cheap and good. Yeah, Evan Williams bib is pretty solid. It's way yeah. It's so I'm really surprised that this is McKenna 10. Man, I almost bought one of these bottles for $100 before I started this YouTube channel and all. I think a long time ago. So glad this is not my jab. Jab. This ain't my jam. Yeah, C920 has such light oak. I can go with that for days. But this McKenna is more like Evan Williams single barrel. Are Evan Williams single barrels not good? I've heard they're pretty solid. So I was probably gonna buy one eventually. I just haven't gone around to buying one. I'm trying to make sure I'm not overexposed. Oh man, I look okay. Acceptable. Oh, there we go. Look a little bit darker, but this is the way. Obviously, have some excuse me, lighting things I need to work on. Just a few. No. Any 100 or even McKenna you would like. Yeah. Hanging. I have been making a lot of videos. I mean, I found my groove with whiskey. I drink Elijah Craig's small batch, Wild Turkey 101, Maker's 46, and occasionally Old Forester 100. And those are my only budget bottles I really drink and buy again. I have quite a few more budget bottles, but it's mostly things I don't really touch nowadays or are kind of like we'll call because I have a lot of bottles that kind of start in like the $40 range. A lot of my collection is like 40 and up, but like the sub $30 range, it's pretty much just those like 4 or 5 I mentioned, and that's all you really need because I think a lot of that stuff in the budget realm is just so overly saturated. It's just I don't know. You just I used to have so many things like you know, Evan Williams bib. I think it's solid, but it's nothing to, write home about. Oh, ooh, cat fight. Oh, well, no, Bruno. Bruno just came in here, opened up the door, and was like, "Hey, I deserve some attention too." There's a low proofer. The older 2003, 2004 vintages were way better in 10 years. Okay. Just messing. You got the video, but many of us have beloved dailies. Yeah. Yeah. I'm also, again, not everyone can agree with this, but I'm cutting down my intake level. That's why I've been getting a little bit more increasingly intoxicated. I'm a little sick. I'm not intoxicated right now, but like when I do film, a lot. And today I didn't film beforehand, but if I film beforehand and then I do this, sometimes I'll be a little intoxicated just because I'm not used to drinking all the time. Because I'm only drinking 3 days a week nowadays. So I've gone away from drinking budget bottles and now I'm drinking like more expensive stuff because, well, I can afford to drink better stuff now that I'm drinking less often. And arguably, better stuff is better, more or less. Yeah, you got to teach me how to grow the beard a little bit more, and maybe teach my head how to grow hair right here and right hair because it don't grow none. It grows right here, and all on the sides pretty solid. It's just those giant patches where it just doesn't grow. So it's just so much easier just to like shave it. Okay. Well, I'm gonna drink some peated whiskey, and see if I like any of it. Sugar Kitty, which one of these two should I try first? Or we'll break down these bourbon samples first, so I can keep my head on straight. Because again, by the end of these, I'll probably be a little intoxicated. Jefferson's single barrel pick for $55. I'm all in. I think that's solid, easy, 100 proof, nice. I wouldn't buy multiple of it. I'd probably buy one just to have it on my collection because it was a nice flavor profile that's not your typical bourbon flavor profile. But again, it wasn't like blowing my tits off for $55. And then this Henry McKenna 10 is a hard pass. I don't even think I would buy that for $30. I really honestly did not like that. I don't know. Again, it might have just been that single barrel and the fact that I'm a little sick right now, but you know, not vibing with me at all. I also did pregame 2 bourbon samples with a scotch because I thought you sent me all scotch. And I thought those were just finished scotches or some shit. Oh, a natural mohawk. Yeah, that'd be cool if I could totally do that. For the scotch, do the Lagavulin 16. You mean the Lagavulin 12-year Lions Fire? Or should I pre-game with Lagavulin 16? Holding at Bourbon Bars trying to go stash only, not sure if he will make it. It it does not grow in because I'm not even really pleased with mine at the moment. It takes a while to grow in. Cheers, story time. Nice to see you. Freaking got my cognac MGP pick this last week. I mean, I already have my other one cracked open, so I didn't really crack into it, but still, so excited to have a backup of that bad boy because that's an incredible bottle. The only acceptable purple Kool-Aid hairdo is a mohawk. Yeah, that's. I mean, mohawks are just badass. You can't ever ruin a mohawk. I'd agree with the Jeffersons. It's worth about 50 and it's a big. Yeah. Yeah. Like I would happily if that was 45, I might buy duplicates. With it being like 55-ish, I'll probably buy one and just kind of use it as like a hey, this is a different kind of bourbon that you don't traditionally see all the time. I mean, very kind of like I said, Four Roses esque because no one else ever does that with the Four Roses type flavor profile. No, I asked if you have Laga. Yes, I do have Lagavulin 16. Yes. Yes, I do. Bad Axe. Did you which ones did you get? Did you get the brothers pick, like the twins barrels, or the do you still have the twin? I could just go online. I don't need to ask that. But which ones did you get, Bobby? Which ones did you get? I mean, they're all incredible. I really like them. If you want to compare the 16. Ah, dear Lord, you're making me drink even more. Well, we're getting drunk tonight, boys. All right. Yeah, I'll go grab that in a sec. Yeah, just let's drag, even though I haven't touched a pool in forever. I have not even. I have no ambitions to do that. My shoulders are so messed up. Heck yeah. I really like all your picks. I'm super excited for whatever your next pick is, and I have no idea what it even is, or if I'm even gonna like it. But like, you already have my credit card details, so you just should run one bottle. Don't even worry about it. Just had breakfast for dinner, dude. I love that when you have breakfast for dinner. Like, I could really kill for an egg egg bagel sandwich right now. Egg sandwich. I'm fucking spare parts today, man. Holy shit. I'm coughing. I'm having a hard time speaking. I'm already a little toasted. Okay. Yeah, I'll grab that. Is it raining there, Steven? Coming down like a count? Yeah, it's going a little hard. Ooh, am I coming in clean? Yeah, I didn't even hardline the cable. I just realized that. Wow, wow. Different time, different time. Yeah, I'm a drill, so things are very by the book for us. 350-6. Baby. The Friday at Fred's and Port Night Rise. Love the heck out of both of those. I like the Friday at Fred's better personally. I mean, I bought a duplicate of that and not the Port Night Rises, but they're both really good. Even the normal, the original port night I also really like. Not as much as Night Rises. That being said, I do kind of like doing something out of the MGP sphere because I feel like there's just too many MGP things. So it's nice to have, like I said, with that Jepson's thing, it's nice to have, you know, other types of whiskeys to go to. That's why I like having scotch around, even though I'm not a huge fan of scotch. I have a few bottles of peated scotch, I have a few bottles of finished scotch. You just need different stuff. And I honestly need to get more scotch, but you know, things are expensive. But eventually I'm going to buy more scotch. The reason I, oh, okay. Those are your statements that were, oh, okay. Sorry, let me read this. The reason I sent the 12-year was your statement that there was nothing held back about Lagavulin. Oh, the Lagavulin 16. You're right. I remember that. Man, that was so long ago. You know, I just get up here and I say shit sometimes, right? Well, let's do this. Oh, okay. Lagavulin 16 is a perfect peated scotch. Changed my mind. Ooh. I'm sure that's a controversial. Ooh, I need to do a review like that where I just break. Ah, man, I get so many ideas for content rolling around my brain right now. Yes, spare pots, bud. Yeah, that's where I'm at right now. I'm like, God damn, dude. Lagavulin 12 ain't cheap. Whiskey's not cheap now. Nothing's cheap. Name one thing that's cheap nowadays. We live in a difficult world. Hanging. It is good. Dude, it was insanely windy today. Oh man, I'm really not excited for tomorrow morning because I have to be at Luke super early in the morning. And if it's raining right now, might be raining tomorrow morning and it's gonna be cold. I have to go to an Air Force base, and I really don't want to do that because you know the Air Force. Peter, I probably can too. Maybe not 50. 50 seems like a lot for me. But I mean, Port Charlotte 10, pretty solid. I mean, I do like Lagavulin 16. It's just way overpriced. If I could find it for like 60, man, oh man, this would be one of my favorites. No complaining about rain. Here, bear with me. I'm going to go yell at a dog. And we're back. Yeah, that's true. I'm pretty sure. I don't think I'll be there that long though. In theory. Okay. Oh man, that is super, super duper smoky. Oh man, man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. It's like 80 or 90 here. It's a ridiculously pricey. It's not 75. Yeah, we can. Yeah, this cork is super dry because I have not had this in a minute. So I feel like I need to, you know, leave it like that for the rest of the review. Okay. I mean, It's nice. Has a little bit of oak, a little bit of peat. Not overly whelming. Not too ashy. Not too smoky. I mean, I don't hate it. Lots of people are still seeing the raise up tariff price, but it's back. Okay. Yeah, I had no idea about the tariff. I feel like I got to do more research on some stuff. I know I'm about to get a shipment of some M&H whiskey. That's what the it's not Israeli. It's I think wait, no, it is Israeli. I could be wrong, but I'm about to get some of that stuff. So I'm pretty excited for that. Yeah, that's true. Very true. Okay. Lagavulin, 12-year-old Lions Fire. How much does this bottle go? Yeah, milk and honey. How much is this bottle? I bet it's pretty expensive. You know something weird? Not weird, but like terrifying. How light scotch is. Like this literally just looks like a piss in a bottle. You know, one of these days I gotta like just actually just piss in a bottle and send it to someone and be like, here you go, buddy. Tell me if it's good. I would never do that. Please don't ever do that to me. But like if you're sending scotch, it's like man, that is just honestly my pee might be darker right now. 130. Okay. I just find it crazy because like literally you could put something in an ex bourbon barrel for like 3 months here and it's going to be darker than this. In 3 months in a used barrel, it'll be darker than this. Oh, shit. And this is 12 years old, right? Was 215? Okay, I wouldn't pay 215 for this, but 130, 100% paying that for this compared to this. You're right. Like this is like crappy dumpster fire whiskey comparatively. Is this at the same proof? The cuz this is 86 proof. What's the proof on this? Cuz it definitely drinks like 100 or so. Oh, more like maybe like 110s. There's some heat on this. Oh, that's nice. It's thick, it's viscous, it's creamy, has some nice bright flavors to it. Have you tried any of the Ottoman? No, I have not personally. Again, I'm not a huge peated scotch kind of fan. Like I'm not against smoke. It's just nowadays I've kind of moved away from smoke. I'm sure I'll get back into smoke someday, but it's just I have to be in a very specific mood to be like I want to drink some peated whiskey or drinking scotch and stuff. Like I am very much so a bourbon drinker, a rye drinker, an American single malt drinker. I don't know, there's just something about American whiskeys that I just really like. And it might just be the fact that they're all high proof for like cheaper because, you know, that also does play a bit into how often I'm willing to drink something for how much, it costs to actually buy said bottle. Cause I'm not going to daily drink, you know, 113 or yeah, $130, 113 proof peated scotch, even though Oh, okay. So you're saying that the loss of flavor. Oh, 1/5. Okay, thank you, Peter, for thanks. Um, so you're saying the loss of flavor comes from that chill filtration. Diageo. Lagavulin Distillery, Port Ellen, Isle of Isla. Imported by Diageo. You have no idea. Honestly, chill filtration just sounds like an extra step in the whiskey making process for no reason. Like, I don't think it benefits the consumer at all. Outside of like what? I know so sometimes it can kind of clear up the color of the whiskey and make it a little bit less like opaque. But like I feel like that's just you need to reframe the consumer's expectations of what they're going to get in the whiskey because most consumers consume whiskey to get drunk or to like enjoy and then get drunk. So, I mean, if you just set the expectation of like if whiskey was opaque, then it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't matter. And honestly, this here, I'll even use the yeah. I mean, there's some obviously like thickness and viscosity to it, but I'm not seeing any like sort of like mad opaqueness. Like it just seems like you need to tell those whiskey consumers who are bitching and complaining about, oh, it's a little hard to see through the bottle. I'm not sure if I should put that into my body. That's why I don't eat gluten. It's just you just need to be like, hey, that's what whiskey really looks like. Shut the fuck up. It's your choice. Just that's like the third F word I've said. But just move on. Like if you reset your expectations, then there's gonna be none of this. Because this Lions Fire is phenomenal. Yeah, and it's hard. I mean that makes sense because from a business aspect, because I think I'm or me specifically, I'm coming from the perspective of a very American. So I'm not your typical consumer, especially in other markets. Like that might the whole man the fuck up, the man up sentiment type thing, and just move on. Like this is how real life is when we're not, you know, pandering to certain things. Like that sentiment doesn't go over certain well with some cultures as it does with others. So that makes sense. Still kind of a huge L, but what am I going to do? If I was in charge of it, all scotch would be significantly cheaper and it would all be cash strength, more or less. At least it wouldn't be like 40 proof. I would expect most scotch to be 90 to 100 proof, just like bourbon is, because that is awesome. Freaking love that. High proof keeps it from being cloudy, anyways. Yeah. Yeah. I feel like I've only seen one cloudy whiskey before, and it was a craft distillery, and I got a huge headache after I drank it. So I'm pretty sure they didn't make the proper cuts in the distilling process. And I've actually done some like distilling and cutting myself. So like I kind of know like not super well. I'm not a professional. I'm very much like a what's it called? A amateur. I'm an amateur. But like there's a lot of gross things that you don't that you get on. Yeah. I don't know where I'm going with this. Yeah, Peter. The FOMO, buddy. I know this year I'm on a whole I'm trying not to spend whiskey because I'm getting married in 2.5 weeks. And life is expensive. So I'm trying to stay away from buying any more whiskey for like the next few months to kind of, you know, reaccumulate some form of a savings account. Um, but I also have this goal and ambition to like try a bunch of non-American whiskey as well as some more American single malts. So it's like it's getting difficult. It's it's getting a little hard. So if you know anyone who wants to send me whiskey to review it, or whatever, let me know. I'll make it happen. Because yeah, again, it's hard. It's hard to like just stay to like be like, oh, I'm just gonna drink whiskey. Would love to see a video of your personal whiskey stock. Tough to tell. Okay, yeah. That's that's a video that's written down in my handy dandy notebook. Oh damn, this is so dark. It's hard to tell. Um, but yeah, Sugar Kitty, working on it. You're not wrong. Yeah, it just seems so muted. Like there is so much, and I know that 12 is at cash strength, so it's hard to say, but I do like that there's some darker flavors on the 16, which that's kind of going to be expected, but there's so much less work and activity that's going on the palate. And I know obviously the proof's going to change that a wee bit, but it's a drastic amount. And again, I'm against proofing down. I wish every single bottle was at cash strength and you as a consumer could just proof it down. That would be awesome. Like, here's whiskey, try it. And honestly, a lot of people like their stuff cold anyway. So why don't you just pour on ice, spin it around? It's going to water it down as the ice melts. It's also going to be cold. And then it's going to be like a cold 90 proof whiskey. So it'll be like a whiskey on the rocks, but it's not really on the rocks. It's just non watered down. I don't know. That's how I drink some whiskey during the summer because living in Arizona, sometimes you need it to cool down a wee bit. So, you know, put it on some ice, but make a cash strength so then it proofs down a wee bit. I don't know. But yes, sorry, I'm getting super tangential right now. That's in the works. I will eventually do that. Yeah, I want to do a tour of kind of. I mean, honestly, there's not much going on behind the outside of the backdrop in the studio, but I do want to do some sort of like studio tour and kind of explain what I got. Everything's not perfect. I want to do a bunch of upgrades, but like I said, everything costs money. But yeah, I want to do a video where it's kind of like a tour slash how do you organize your bar and what do you use to store your bar video combined all in one. I just haven't quite put the legwork into actually filming that because it's going to be more of a vloggy style video instead of a camera hold. But that's also my goal of this year outside of trying new things is getting away from doing so much hand or so much like kind of tripoded single frame type stuff and doing more of like a vloggy type stuff. Maybe start working with some more distilleries and getting more into kind of the fine art, not all the time, but getting into some of the whole whiskey beyond the glass. Ooh, beyond the glass. Man, I just created a whole little subsection in my mind already. Again, tangential, I do apologize. Kilchoman is also an Isla, but noticeably different. Is it like peated? I mean, I'm about to try it. I don't know why I have to ask you. I sent 5 single malt sherry cash strengths to Trev Wilson, covering 4 countries. Thought it would have been a bigger impact. Yeah, well, Trev is a great dude, but I would just be happy with getting him into like rye whiskey. Because so far as I'm aware, the only rye whiskey he's ever really gotten into was the Sagamore pick that he did, and maybe some Sagamore double oak. But I mean, I don't know Trev super well either. I'm in Florida, hotter than hell here already. Finding I like light rise when it's hot out. Okay. Yeah, I love Buffalo Trace. Take a bottle of Buffalo Trace, throw it in the freezer. I have these little metal ice cubes. They're not like the whiskey rocks. They're metal that have like some sort of like freezer gel on the inside, which oh man, the burps. If they break, obviously it's gonna be kind of gross. But I do like I put those in a rocks glass so it doesn't really water down the whiskey and ruin the flavor, but it keeps them cold. And if it comes out of the freezer, it's already pretty cold. So it's like a very nice solid glass. That and like a Yeti insulated tumbler. Perfect. That's that or watering down cash strength whiskey is perfect. I love the studio for our setup, but I put it behind the Patreon paywall like a dick. What an asshole. I haven't done anything Patreon related. I mean, I have one patron at this point, which love him to death. Love him to death. Jeff, you're a great dude if you're rewatching it. He's fantastic. Eventually I'm going to start doing more content like that, but yeah, I need to do that. Maybe man, that's going to be a long video to edit though. I don't know. I need to do a video for Friday and haven't done it yet. So I'm still kind of, the gears are turning. I'm trying to figure out something. Yeah, still nicely peated style, but it's different. Okay. Those same cubes and a bottle of Buffalo Trace, currently throwing that bad in the freezer. I don't know why I bleeped that out. Like I literally have done enough to demonetize this video already. But how hot is it in you said Florida, right? Because Florida, when I went there, was muggy. Like, I mean, I guess muggy feels worse. I don't like feeling moist. Like, if I'm sweating, it's from doing like real work. It's not from just sitting outside and just letting the freaking moisture in the air condense on my body. Oh, not gonna lie, I like this Kilhoman better. That is not peated. That is for sure peated. Okay, I'm gonna side by side these a little bit. Not right away. I'm gonna enjoy this Kilhoman first, but I wanna kind of do a little testosterone. I'm in Jacksonville and has been pushing 90s. Arizona hasn't even hit 90 yet. It's been a really nice like winter period or whatever. I mean, right now it's raining, so it's gonna be like in like the 60s and whatnot, but it's been really nice. I mean, it's gonna hit 110. Don't you worry your pretty little face off, but not 90 yet. Ooh, man, this Kilhoman's nice. Has a lot of fruity notes going on in there, like nice red fruits compared to the Lagavulin. The Lagavulin has more of that iodine-y, briny note side. Ooh. From Arizona saying Florida is too hot. Third snowstorm. Yeah, I also don't do snow either. I was just up in Flagstaff like a few weekends ago. Oh man. Dude, that was enough snow. I got up to my knees in snow and I was like, this ain't right. Like people aren't supposed to live in this kind of cold. But also people aren't supposed to live in the kind of heat I live in either. It's just really nice not having to run my heat, okay, guys? Or my heat and or my AC. I'm enjoying this. My AC hasn't been on for like 4 or 5 months. I'm saving so much money. So much money. So I can spend on whiskey. So I'm not really saving money. This one is a Mature Bay. It is mostly aged in ex-bourbon. They have Senag, which is more ex-sherry than bourbon, if you like that. Yeah, I'm a huge sherry kind of guy. You sure shouldn't grow up in the northern New York then. Yeah, my dad grew up in Buffalo, New York. So yeah, I know how that is. I mean, I've personally never been to Buffalo, New York, but that might be the perfect amount of peat. It's just a little like, I don't want to say a little, but as far as like peated whiskey goes, there's a nice little zinger of peat. And then it kind of like cascades down upon like this nice, like fruity whiskey flavor profile. Is there an age statement on this? Because it doesn't feel like it's all the way to 10 years old. Like this kind of reminds me of almost like a wee beastie esque, maybe a little bit older, but like 8, 9, 10-year old peated scatch. Kilchoman single cask or some with some age and finishing are excellent. Alberta is flooded with them. Yeah, very clean. Yeah, yeah. Well, like the base spirit without like, or the base, we'll call it the base, maybe not base spirit, but the base of the flavor profile outside of that peat, to me, it's very clean. It has a nice little bit of fruitness and a nice little bit of sweetness. Like there's not any huge, like distinguishable, like fruits or sweetness. It's just sweet and has nice like red fruity characteristics, almost kind of like vodka-y esque. And then has this nice little zinger of peat. Like I would love to see that peat, but with like a little bit more distinguished of a flavor profile. But I really like that the peat is not overwhelming. And again, this is coming from a guy who hasn't really gotten into peat in the last like year. Like I think the last time I like really sent it with peat was a year ago. Okay, yeah, 7, 8, yeah. Yeah, yeah, kind of like in between the whole Wee Beastie and the 10. Yeah, Ben, that's kind of how Arizona is. I like I have the Kilhoman. I prefer the Kilhoman. Not by a lot, because that actually no. Oh man, they're close. They're just like you said, two different veins. The Kilhoman, it's clean, it's neat, it's easier, it's simpler, less going on, less proof. And the Lagavulin, it's cranked up on that smokiness, has a nice oak, has a nice smack to it. It's more of an aggressive hit, but there's so much really good flavor with that smoke, that oak, nice bright darker fruits. Yeah, I like that. So worst whiskey of the day, 100% McKenna 10. Everything else great. Freaking loved it. Freaking loved it. Even this Viking porno bottle that I'm now bouncing on 2 Glencairns. This Viking porno bottle was pretty solid. Lagavulin 16, solid. Not compared to the 12, not even remotely, but you know. Other Kilhoman is about 55. Okay, yeah. So for this 55, yeah. I would like to try the sherried one as well as put this next to like a wee beastie and kind of see where it lies to me. Man, I might need, oh man, Sugar Kitty, how could you do me like this? You know I'm trying to save money and you get me into like a, hey, here's a relatively affordable semi-peated scotch that you enjoy. You're welcome. I'm just going to leave this information here. Nothing to do with it. You don't have to do anything, but you just need to think. Just think about it. And then the next time I'm at the goddamn store, I'm going to look at it. I'm going to see it. I'll be like, oh, that's what Sugar Kitty sent me. You know what I need to do? I need to buy that when I shouldn't be buying any whiskey. So thanks for that, Sugar Kitty. But I do appreciate you sending these. I'm just bitching for no reason because I know I have self-control issues. Not horrible, but like I have a hard time being like, you shouldn't buy any whiskey. And then I see a really good deal on whiskey, and I'm like, I'm gonna buy that whiskey. I'm gonna buy the whiskey. So for 55, that's pretty solid. I like that. For sure, go to liquor stores and for you try this Senag. Thanks, Sugar Kitty. I appreciate you, man. This Lagavulin, though, man, this is really good. I know it is pricey though, and that's why I'm not like I'm in the vein of like I know I could probably find it if I tried really hard. I'm not going to spend $130, $140 on a bottle of whiskey right now. I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't do that. I mean, I could, but I shouldn't. So I'm not going to. More peated scotch, but it can be an expensive experience. That's a good one for mostly peated scotch novice, but seasoned whiskey drinker. I'd like the cash strength offerings. Yeah, yeah. That's why this Lagavulin is incredible. But is it better than the Ugadal? Oogie? Well, I mean, we're already half past noon or whatever. Might as well pull out the Oogie a little bit. Oh, man. I did leg day like 3 days ago, and I'm having a hard time getting off this gosh darn chair just to go grab a bottle of whiskey. Get some nice grilled pineapples on the front. Yeah, I would agree with that. Then the smoke and peat comes in slowly. Yeah. Surprisingly, all of the higher proofed smoked scotches I've had been a little bit like overwhelming. This one's not. This one's super easy. I wanted to get the Talisker, not 10, but the Talisker limited edition, mostly because it had jellyfishes on it, and I have a sucker for like ocean themed stuff. But yeah, I know. I just made a video talking shit about people like falling into traps of like basic, whiskey buying traps, and I almost did myself because, no one's perfect. But let's get into some Ugadal. Plus, Lion's Fire may not be that easy to find anymore. I've seen it. It has a really, really dope lion in a green tube, right? Oh, wow. No, Lion's Fire is so much better. Yeah, that is so much more ashy. Yeah, dude. Oh my god. Is Lion Fire the best peated scotch I've ever had? Okay. Okay. The Phoenix Fire, not as good. This might be the best peated scotch. I mean, okay, it might be one of the best peated scotches I have because I don't know if I could put it up against my 33-year-old cognac finish one. I'm not sure I would like to because that's again, it's so like $250 or something like that. But outside of that bottle, this is incredible. How older bottles hang around in the US. Peter, I've also might not have seen it in like a long time. I just remember having seen it. I seen it, man. It existed and I seen it with my own eyes. It existed somewhere and I seen it. So I know I've seen it even. See, I've seen it somewhere. As far as where, what, who, when, why, not a freaking clue. Not a freaking clue. Heard a difference of opinion on that. The Tausker the year before was supposed to be more like the Lions Fire in terms of quality. Okay, so it's probably not pretty good. I wasn't going to buy it anyways because, again, I'm trying not to spend any money on whiskey because, well, life is hard. Got to save some money. So, we will see. We'll probably be recycling a bunch of content and bottles in the near future on this channel. Likely. We will see what happens. Man, I feel like I'm missing something that I need to tell, but I'm drawing a complete blank on what the heck that is. Well, yeah, I'm out. I'm out of ideas. I'm drawing a complete blank space on what I was going to say. That being said, I guess we'll just kind of go over tonight's. So, enjoyed the Jeffersons. Blindly did not expect that to be a Jeffersons because I enjoyed it. It didn't blow my mind, but I did enjoy it. And I kind of expected inferior quality or price value, inferior value, I guess would be a good way to say it. Inferior value off of the, Jefferson's products, but this for 50 bucks, man, that was pretty solid. This isn't Michter's 10, it's Sugar Kitty, help me out here. It is, oh, man, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Not Michter's. Why? Whenever I hear a 10 age statement, I always think of Michter's and Eagle Rare. McKenna 10. McKenna 10, not very good. Did not enjoy that personally at all. The Talisker Electric Eel is the 2021, and that's supposed to be good. Not as good as the Lions Fire or the Twin Foxes. Twin Foxes is Oban, which is a completely different animal. Okay. The McKenna 10. Yeah. So the McKenna 10 did not enjoy at all. Lagavulin 16, enjoy it, but don't like it. Didn't blow my mind in any which way here or there. So, you can also take that as is. I feel like I'm missing something else. I feel like I'm missing something. Dear Lord. Again, I'm spare parts right now. I'm for sure sick. My whole right nostril has been just drooling this whole freaking live stream. I do apologize, guys. I'm not normally this much of a shit show. I'm normally a shit show, just not this much of a shit show. So thanks for showing up. All 8 of you currently in here, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate you. You're awesome. We'll just go down from like least favorite to favoritist. The Kehoman Manshirbe Makiabe. That's pretty solid. I think it's a nice like peated scotch with training wheels. That's the best way I could describe it. Super clean, super easy. Has a little zinger of peat, then it fades into this like it's very light and faint, but this like sweet red fruit. And then this Lagavulin is just exceptional. Yeah, this you're so right, Sugar Kitty. I was wrong. I'm man enough to say I was wrong. Lagavulin 16 is not half as good as this is. Obviously, this is cash rank, so it's hard to like directly compare, but here, that's for sure more whiskey. We're gonna proof this SOB down. Maybe. There we go. That's probably even less than 80 proof. Yeah, the Kilhoman. Ooh, that did kind of wake up a lot of the funky briny notes. Yeah, there's still a lot more going on, and they're even watered down than there is in this bottle. And this has more age to it. 16 years, like an extra 4 years, is going to add some heat to it, even at cash rate. I mean, again, I really think they should do unchill filter, Lagavulin 16, and F this whole 86 proof BS. Let's just crank this SOB to 100 proof, call it a day, and stop messing around. Like, why? 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 Why not? I really think they should just bottle like scotch for Americans and then whiskey for everyone else. You know, like they should just bottle specific, like, hey, this is the scotch we send to America. This is scotch we send to, you know, wherever else. Because we could take the heat. I don't know. I just want 100 proof scotch that's like readily available and like cheaper. It's like, come on, man. That's not so much to ask. I mean, it's kind of not a lot to ask, but oh man, I'm spare parts right now. Alrighty, guys. I am wrapping up here. Again, thank you, Sugar Kitty, so much. I appreciate you sending me these samples so I can try them out. I really, really liked that Lagavulin. That's probably the best peated scotch I've had in probably forever. Not a huge fan of peated scotch nowadays. Not that I hate it or I'm against it. It's just I haven't really been into it recently, but that is a peated scotch to get me back into peated scotch. I really, really enjoyed that. And again, enjoyed everything else outside of the McKenna 10, which now that I know it's McKenna 10, I dislike it even more because I'm just super disappointed in it. But again, thank you so much for sending me these samples. I appreciate you all for coming and hanging out. That's a wrap for today's video. Cheers, y'all. We'll see you later.